Hello friends. Today I have collected the hottest news of the day for you. Do not forget to slap a like, and we drove. Paulo Dybala is facing a race to be fit for the World Cup after scans have revealed the severity of the freak injury he suffered with Roma. As per Les Parisiens, Kylian Mbappe will only leave PSG in the summer, and not during the winter transfer window as believed earlier. Mbappe has asked to leave PSG, with the player feeling the club betrayed him by not fulfilling the demands they promised him when he renewed earlier this year. Pep Guardiola has expressed his confusion over the handball rule and suggested Liverpool should have been awarded a penalty against Arsenal on Sunday. When asked if he understood the handball rule in his press conference, he answered, "No, we saw what happened in Inter Milan versus Barcelona last week and Arsenal versus Liverpool. So, no, I don't understand." As per Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona will attempt to sign Inter Milan defender Milan Skriniar during the summer transfer window. Skriniar's contract with Inter Milan expires in June 2023, with Barcelona looking to sign him for free to reinforce their squad depth. Sergio Aguero believes that Erling Haaland has the potential to be the Lionel Messi of the next generation and will keep breaking records. There's been many strikers worthy of awe I can think of. One of my favorites was Ronaldo Nazario, who time and time again proved to be the full package as a player, and a menace before the goalposts. Each era usually has 2 or 3 players with that ability, and usually with different styles. Diego, Maradona, Romario, Lewandowski, Zlatan, Ibrahimovic, and Leo, of course. Each had their own flair, but they were all tremendous scorers to a fault, Aguero said to Stake. Erik ten Hag has suggested Ronaldo's lack of minutes this season is due to him missing pre-season, but is sure he will now contribute more to the team. As per journalist Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea are close to sealing a deal with Southampton for their head of recruitment Joe Shields. Shields will be appointed as Chelsea's new director of recruitment. He is already renowned for his scouting work with Manchester City and Southampton. Eden Hazard will be sold by Real Madrid for free as President Florentino Perez is tired of the player's attitude and wants to let go of him to rid the club of his high wages, reports El Nacional. Hazard's return to his carefree nature and not maintaining his physical fitness has also angered Real Madrid's administration. Diogo Jota has backed Darwin Núñez to prove he is back to his best after a slightly underwhelming start to life at Liverpool. Speaking to reporters, Jota said, "In life we have to overcome things. As everyone saw, he started very well and people thought he had no problems adapting, but maybe it took a few more games to show the level he had shown last season at Benfica. Now he's back, he's scored, and he's feeling better, and the team is understanding his game better. This is good for everyone." Lionel Messi bumped into Game of Thrones actor Kit Harington during Paris Saint-Germain's Champions League clash against Benfica on Tuesday. The Argentine forward missed the Champions League encounter against Benfica in Paris due to an injury, but was present at the Parc des Princes to watch the game alongside his wife Antonella Ricuzzo. Harrington was also spotted in the stands, and when the two came across each other they did not miss the opportunity to take a quick picture. Carlo Ancelotti has refused to spark any debate over the potential transfer of Kylian Mbappe as he bluntly answered a question regarding the player. When asked about whether Mbappe might join in January, Ancelotti replied, "If Mbappe will come in January. You have the courage to ask that, I won't answer. I don't have to answer." Alistair Heath was working in Leicester City's academy, but the young coach wanted something more. It is that desire to make the move into football management that has taken him on a journey to the Cambodian Premier League. "I am a football manager," he tells Sky Sports. "If you ask 95% of people in England if they would move to Cambodia, you would probably get a lot of negative answers because it is not on a lot of people's lists. But this is what I have set out to be since I was 17. De Bruyne expects the best Liverpool possible. For City's visit to Anfield, De Bruyne was asked whether he was surprised Jurgen Klopp's team are struggling. "I expect them to be the best Liverpool possible," he said. "I don't look at it that way. Obviously they lost some points, but they are still Liverpool and I expect them to be good. That's the only way I see it." As Roma have emerged as contenders to sign Aston Villa midfielder Douglas Luiz, who continues to be linked with Arsenal, as per Roma Giallorossa. Luiz was heavily linked with Arsenal during the summer, but the Gunners were unable to agree a deal with Aston Villa. The Brazilian's contract at Villa is set to expire at the end of the season and could be a free agent. Arsenal, however, will face competition to sign him with Serie A side as Roma are apparently setting their sights on him. Toni Kroos, who continues to be one of the vital players for Real Madrid in midfield, is expected to retire at the Bernabeu, as per Florian Plettenberg. He has also claimed that Madrid are interested in offering the German a 1-year contract extension. Kroos' current deal runs out at the end of the season. Barcelona look set to miss out on the Champions League knockout stage for the second consecutive season after failing to beat Inter. After a summer of pulling financial levers to compete with Europe's elite clubs, Barcelona are close to falling at the first hurdle in the Champions League. They shared 6 goals with Inter at Camp Nou, and despite a late comeback, the Blaugrana's exit is likely to be confirmed in a fortnight's time. Xavi was critical of his Barcelona side following a 3-3 draw with Inter, all but confirming their elimination from the Champions League. Speaking in his post-match press conference, he admitted, "If you don't beat Inter at home, you don't deserve to stay in this competition. Last season we didn't have enough to compete, but this season we did. This time it was our mistakes." Barcelona facing financial disaster. Barcelona gambled their future by spending big during the summer, but the Catalans look bound for the Europa League after a 3-3 draw with Inter. Mohamed Salah made Champions League history with a hat-trick in record time in the 7-1 rout of Rangers at Ibrox. Substitute Salah made Champions League history as he came off the bench to score 3 times in 6 minutes and 12 seconds in the 7-1 rout of Rangers in the Champions League, the fastest hat-trick in the history of the competition. Gabriel Jesus will miss Arsenal's Europa League trip to Bodo Glimt, and Mikel Arteta has revealed why he hasn't travelled with the squad to Norway. Ahead of the game, Arteta said, "We felt that with everything he's been through in the last few weeks that it would be better for him to stay at home. There is a worry that the Gunners will be susceptible to injuries given Bodo Glimt play on an artificial pitch, but the manager isn't unduly worried." He added, "We don't know if there's an increased risk of injury. A player can get injured on an artificial pitch. He can get injured in a training session. Obviously we do what we have to do to protect the players as much as we can, but at the end of the day, tomorrow for sure we are going to have 11 players on the pitch." Bayern identify Thuram as Harry Kane alternative. It is no secret that Bayern are looking to sign a centre-forward in the upcoming transfer windows. While Harry Kane is one of their priority targets for the position, Die Roten have identified an alternative in Borussia Mönchengladbach forward Marcus Thuram, according to TZ. Reportedly, if Bayern end up not being able to strike a deal with Kane, who is expected to cost a huge sum, Thuram will be a cost-effective target for the Germans. Mikel Arteta has delivered a blunt response to former Arsenal captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's criticism of his supposed flaws. When asked to respond to Aubameyang's comments, Arteta said, "People are free to discuss what they want." As per reports from 90 Minutes, Man City have joined the hunt to sign highly rated French right-back Malo Gusto. City are believed to have sent scouts to watch him recently. The 19-year-old is attracting plenty of interest from the Premier League, with clubs like Man United, Arsenal and Chelsea linked with him. He is also reportedly on the radar of Atletico Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. Francesco Totti is set to fight a legal battle with wife Ilari Blasi to reclaim his Rolex watches, and admitted that he hid her handbags. The former Italy international alleges that his wife had taken away his favorite Rolex Daytona watches when she left him, ending their 17-year-old marriage. Totti thought that he could barter his watches for her handbags and shoes, and hence hid the luxury collection that could be worth up to €4,000, as reported by The Times. But none of the parties has blinked first and are now set to battle it out in court to regain possession of their favorite merchandise. "What could I do? I hid her handbags, hoping we could trade," Totti said in an interview with Corriere della Sera. He further added that it was not him who was the first to be unfaithful but Blasi. "It's not true that I was the first to betray. In September last year, rumors began to reach me. Look, Ilari has someone else. Indeed, more than one. I looked at her mobile phone. And I saw that there was a third person, who was acting as an intermediary between Ilari and another one. Something like, 'See you at the hotel,'" he added. "Thank you for watching. Don't forget that videos are released every day. Until tomorrow."